Welcome back down to Portway. We're over halfway through pre-season. We're closing in on the start of the new season very quickly now. So we thought we'd have a quick catch up with George and new vice captain Will for, first up in the interviews before the season starts. So we didn't really close off last season, George, properly. So we had a great run in the season after Christmas, and that continued. Obviously, well, unfortunately with cancelled cup fixtures, didn't really get to keep momentum. And then obviously the final didn't go away. Do you think that we've managed to take learnings from that? Because it's great to make all that progress, but sometimes you kind of need something as a balance point to go, okay, no, there is still work on it.
Yeah, I think so. It was obviously it was disappointing to lose in the final. I think we only really played 40 minutes of rugby, and as we said, I think we just struggled to get into the game based on the number of fixtures that sort of got sort of cancelled, I suppose. And playing for 40 minutes trying to win a game and that is very difficult. I mean, we did a really good job to get into the lead, and it just didn't fall our way in the final 10. So yeah, it's disappointing, but hopefully that sort of fuels the fire to go into this season. Really, I think we've had a bit of a change of approach as a player group and a performance group. I think we've almost just gone, look, you know what, we're clearly very sort of good enough, I suppose, to compete at this level and to look to push to get promoted. So we've had a bit of change of sort of mentality to sort of almost sort of put everything together and focus to win, really. I think that's probably one thing that we struggled with last year. We were almost just bedding in and learning new things and learning everybody and things like that. I think now we've got a really good core group. We've had loads of new players turn up, which is great. So we're in a really positive position with a second team. So everybody's going to be fighting for places to start the season, and as a group we want to push on and get promoted. I know we said that last year, but ultimately I think we proved last season that we are good enough to get promoted, even under the pressures that we were on at Christmas. So yeah, it's an exciting time. Pre-season's been tough, it's been good. We've had some really good showings against two difficult opposition in our pre-season games so far. That I think should only be a confidence boost to everybody.
Yeah, I'd like to hope so as well. Lots of building blocks from last season, and yeah, it's you can see the amount of hard work that's going in on the training paddock, and those weren't easy fixtures as pre-season fixtures, and we didn't look out of place, which is kind of where you'd kind of want to be when you're playing up against the league above and stuff. But you said about bedding in, and someone who bedded in very well last season was Will, who on and off the pitch, be that try scoring with ease with you first here, and then off the pitch really getting on well with the lads and integrating in. You're now vice captain this year. So I don't know if you've got anything you kind of want to say to anyone, or just kind of because obviously, yeah, it's a big step up in your first year.
I just appreciate it really, because I didn't really expect to get the phone call off George asking if I'd like to take the role as vice captain. First season, last season, the Bees, didn't expect it to go as well as it did either. And I feel like I've been here years anyway. I feel like I've been here a very long time, and like I say, I feel privileged to have the vice captain. I feel like I can get the lads going, cheer them up a bit. On the pitch, as you know, I can be quite loud. Can be a bit feisty, but I like to take that into my game. Hopefully people watching me, new players coming in, watching me, the way I play my game, can sort of take that on as well. Obviously be sensible. Be sensible in doing it, and play rugby like how you should play. But yeah, I think I play my game a bit different to normal, and it works for me. So I think hopefully I can do that to get them going.
Yeah, I think it's, I don't know about you, George, I kind of think some of it was, a lot of it you were kind of doing, but it was helping to formalise that and properly giving you the voice to do that. I don't know if you've got a vote.
Yeah, I spoke to Will on the phone, and I think ultimately he already leads in terms of what he does on the field, like his performances and the way he brings everybody into the game is obviously, a big element of being involved in a leadership perspective, and And I think really what I wanted him to now bring to his game, and the main aspect was that, you know, he does it all leadership wise in terms of his playing, and he can obviously G people up and things like that. But actually now what his role is to bring players into what we're trying to do as a structure and how we're trying to play the game. So it's not always about the motivation side of things, it's actually about sort of understanding what we're trying to achieve from that specific game, and that's sort of asked him to bring, because sometimes it's difficult for a captain to do that, especially if they're potentially talking to referees or have other elements within the game. So the vice captain is almost the first voice that a lot of people will hear on the pitch. So Will's just there to push over the motivation side, but also push on our instructions and how we want to play, really. So, you know, he does it as he plays, but now it's just an extra sort of wing to his bow, I suppose.
Yeah, so, absolutely. And I can't wait to see more of it as you go on and stuff. And yeah, that should be great. So obviously, we've got first few games, 2 league games in September to kick us off, followed by a cup fixture. And you're going to have to remind me because I've forgotten who the first fixture is.
So we're playing at home against Coventry Welsh,
There we go.
and then we go away to Barker's Butts. And I think Barker's Butts will be a really big game, considering that it was a difficult fixture 2 seasons ago for the club. They've just recently got promoted, then they obviously got relegated, and they're going to be wanting to go straight back up. So, you know, an early fixture like that in the season is sort of a bit of I suppose a sticking point to knowing where we are as a group, and, you know, hopefully we come out on the right side of that and we just push on with some momentum.
Yeah. And for you, Will, obviously looking forward to the season starting, because I know you don't like weeks without games.
Yeah, no, I'm not a fan.
So kind of looking forward to that kind of a few games in a row to kind of get started.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like, it's like everything for me is new to what I'm used to playing from my previous club to coming now, playing against different opposition, different style of play. It's quicker, faster, and like I say, I just look forward to every week, every Saturday, itching to go constantly. Can't wait.
Mate, he doesn't stop messaging us our games, mate. I tell you, this guy is rugby.
Yeah.
Anything to get out, looking after the kids.
Literally, I just love being here. It's mad. The missus gets fed up with me. She wants me to go at the end. She's like, just get to the rugby club.
That's what I like to hear, you know.
I need to be.
But players with that motivation make a big difference.
Yeah.
Because you're always going to try and find any little game, whether it's in the game or off the park.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, that's really good. So I don't know what else we could really go into until we start the season, because it's all hypotheticals for now. But I don't know if you've got anything you want to say before we leave everyone to it.
I think, you know, the club is in a really good place from a player's perspective. We've got a really good and hungry playing group, and we've now added to that with quite a few people, and it's looking really likely that we'll run the second team this year. I think we've already got 12 fixtures in place for that second team. A few on Saturdays where we don't have a ones game, so an opportunity to keep coming down the club to watch for spectators. And there's a Friday night game in there as well, and everyone loves the Friday night game. So yeah, we're in a really good position from a playing perspective, and I think a lot of the stuff off field is really in a good position as well. So from a club's perspective and people that are sort of involved, you know, you should hopefully feel really sort of confident, and hopefully we perform on the pitch and provide that as well.
No, brilliant. That's very well put. Thank you, George. Thank you, Will, as well. And yeah, we look forward to catching up with you again before the season starts.